every professional endeavor. As academics, you're working in an office, you are going to present a proposal, you are in a seminar, a workshop, most definitely you will have need to understand how to navigate your way using your system when it comes to PowerPoint. That is why in this video, we're looking at basically mastering Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm looking at a comprehensive guide. The name is Dr. Tibani Sylvester. This is Flow Hub to deal with French language studies and academic research issues. Let's dive into what we have to do. As we look at the PowerPoint as a whole, the first thing you want to know is the fact that we use PowerPoint for the presentation of graphics. Is a graphic presentation software that comes with the Microsoft package, and it helps us basically to create presentation. That is the key thing it does. Presentation. You can insert almost anything, videos, pictures, whatever, in your presentation, and you end up flow. Now it allows you, if you are used to it, you have a master of it, to systematically present information to people, to corporations, to individuals, and it's a skill you will need. Currently, as you're watching your screen, you are looking at a presentation of PowerPoint. We have features like the clip art, the sound enhanced presentations. We have a lot of features there, but overall, when you use PowerPoint, it's able to easily convey messages with visual aids at the same time. You can also translate text to become visual aids. You use pictures. And so, if you use it very well from experience, it has a way of impressing your audience and making your information very clear and precise. And so, it brings professionalism to your presentation, clarity to it as well. And these are the key things everybody wants to see in a presentation. You cannot use anything without knowing how to start. So let's begin from starting the PowerPoint. The first thing that you're going to turn on your computer, which is your system is turned on. You go to the access or the start menu, and then you select the program, which is PowerPoint at this point. You click on it, you start. Now the very first thing to do is that you get to familiarize yourself with the environment. Is very vital we do that. Familiarize yourself with the environment, and when you have familiarized yourself with the environment, you can now begin to explore the features. There are quite a lot of features in there, but this is a theoretical aspect. We're going to deal with the practical aspects. We are going to just be using the system and running through it. But let's get the theory. Now, when you have familiarized yourself with it, let's say that you have explored the feature, you can now begin to create your presentation. You can now begin to create everything. You want to draw a thing, you want to design, you want to put transition, slideshow, a lot of features are there. So you can now begin your presentation and creation. PowerPoint is very important. Let's look at how important it is. Why do you need to create new presentations? It's very important. Number one, it gives us a fresh start. That's it. It allows you to also customize what a particular need you want. This particular PowerPoint you have on your screen now meets academic need. I didn't have to put so many cartoons and this video and everything. No, you need the information. It has to be clear and precise, so it suits the need. And so it must be tailored towards the audience and the purpose. This one is tailored towards academic. You need to learn this basic information, and then it ensures that you are relevant and you engage with your viewers. Right now you are watching because I'm engaging you, and you can see quite a lot of this and speaking to the few information I'm displaying on the screen. And my work is also organized. This presentation is organized, so it facilitates organization and helps me to structure information. The same thing for everyone that uses it. As you see the PowerPoint in front of you, you see some level of creativity, bringing this logo and that logo, 3 different logos, make it a bit colorful. So it showcases creativity. And as you can also observe, there is attention given to details through this presentation. And so it set the stage for an effective communication delivery. I can't remember everything I want to speak that I'm saying right now, but with the aid of my PowerPoint, I'm able to actually be effective in my delivery. Now let's look at creating a presentation. How do you create a PowerPoint presentation like the one you have in front of you? Number one, we want to decide between a blank presentation and a template. What you have in front of you now is a blank presentation that I created this whole thing from. We also have templates, already designed templates. You'll see once you log in. Templates. So you make your choice. Now, for the blank one, it allows you to fully customize. Whereas the template offer you a structure. You just follow the structure that is there already. As a beginner, you can use some templates that suit your need. But for well-advanced users, they will prefer the blank most of the time because it helps them to tailor it towards what they want to do. And so the first thing you do when you come to a PowerPoint after choosing that the blank or the structured one is that you are going to create a title slide. Yes, and then you key in the title. When I opened this particular presentation, you saw the first information, the title of the work, the name of the presenter. That's the title slide there. So I created a topic slide and I put it so clear. So the topic was there, my details came in. And for the next slides, I added new slides. You need to put in the content of this presentation. So one of the shortcut keys you can use for that is Ctrl+N to insert new slide. Ctrl+N will help you insert new slide in a PowerPoint. And you can customize the layout, like I said initially, for your purpose. That is how it works. Before I go further, I want to joggle your memory a bit. Generally, what somebody could be asked in an exam condition for students that do course like this in the exam, what is the recommended maximum number of characters, space, and punctuation that a file name in PowerPoint can contain? The answer actually is 225, so you have 5 to the notes. Now, I've also mentioned things like SmartArt, what allows you to add special effects to your text. That one is your SmartArt. When you use the SmartArt feature, it allows you to add special effects to the text in your presentation, the SmartArt. So you can play around it and enjoy it. If we also ask again, for example, how can you quickly apply certain text attributes like font size, color? The question is that you just use the text edit button. Yes, you add those things. That's how I added most of all these things you see here. Let's go for text formatting and editing. Number one, you select your text, you can click and then you drag. Depends on what you want to use. Now you modify the text like the font, the color, the style, and then you can use text formatting buttons. I mentioned that just now. Formatting button for quick changes. Now you can use the edit feature, the undo to reverse your changes when you edit your text, and then you can ensure that the text is clear, readable, you can see everything clearly now, and visually appealing. It's not too congested. It's very easy for you to read through these lines. I'm just speaking to them right now. Now you observe that I maintain consistency in the presentation. The same font, the same number of words per slide. So maintain consistency throughout your presentation. It gives it the beauty, and ensure that you edit it accurately and let it be legible, let it be clear. That's what I've done so far, and so you can see on your screen. So I did mention how to start a PowerPoint earlier, and if you are asked as a student, how do you start a PowerPoint? You know that you will go to the Start menu. That is the current things within about. And once again, the use of the SmartArt is to add special features to your text. Don't ever forget that. Don't forget that. It's very, very vital, so that you know that. So, like in MS Word as well, when you are typing the PowerPoint, you also are able to undo what you have done. And the same Ctrl+Z, yes, is applicable here at the time. So we are going to come to some other things very soon. Introduction to drawing tools. PowerPoint is very beautiful. We also have drawing tools in PowerPoint. The very first thing you take note of when you go to PowerPoint is that if you want to draw in a PowerPoint, you can draw a tool, you can an object, a shape. We already have some that are there in the system, so you locate the drawing toolbar, yes, and the start above the startup bar. We have the drawing toolbar. You locate it. When you locate that drawing toolbar, it gives you access to different commands and drawing and editing. So you can have shapes, you can have lines, you can have geometric elements. These are out there. Just go there and pick the one you want. And what it does is that it enables users to have visual appeal, yes, and designs to slide. You can put things that are appealing to the site, so you can put them there. And it also offers flexibility in the long run in creating custom graphics and illustrations, and it enhances the overall presentation in visually engaging element. That is what the drawing tool will do for you when you apply it correctly. It's very, very important. Now, if you are not asked, I could have achieved which particular PowerPoint tool will allow you to automatically draw circles, rectangles, lines. Is your drawing tools. Now, what can give you that precise drawing tools. Now, and when you are typing and you make a mistake in PowerPoint, you want to undo something. It is your undo. When you click that Control Z, it takes you to reverse changes. You have to create and edit drawn objects. Now you have drawn the object, you want to edit it, you want to work with it. The first thing is that you access the drawing toolbar I have mentioned. You click on the desired one, either it's a shape or it's a line. Then you can now position your cursor on that object. You can do this now with your system as you're watching. You see it practically demonstrated. You put your cursor there, and then where you want to start the object, you can drag to create the shape or the line you desire, the size you want. So when you are done, you release your mouse definitely, and then you are done with that. You can now begin to edit the object to resize it to the way you want. You can now customize it, put your colors, your feel, your outline, as much as you needed. It's going to help you when you need to all those. So as you look at the PowerPoint as well from the features, I've also come to understand that some questions of them might encounter. Should you go for an exam where you are examined orally, or let me say in terms of writing, you are doing something to write? It could be asked a question like, which element is typically included on the title slide in the PowerPoint? The answer obviously is the title and basic overview of the topic. That's the first thing you saw when I opened this presentation. You have drawn the objects, you have typed your text, you have done everything. For that thing to be useful to you, you have to save it. So look at saving, naming presentations. The first thing is that you click on what we call the file menu. It's on the left hand side of the PowerPoint. You see the file. Then you click on save as, or the save option. You choose the particular place. You can save it to your desktop, to your document, anywhere, even to a flash drive that is connected to the system. Choose your location, enter the name you want to save it with. You just key the name, and then you select the format, PowerPoint presentation, or you can say PDF. So if you are going for a presentation, I would advise you to put it in either of them. It will work, it's going to clear for you, definitely. Then you click on save when you choose the format, either PowerPoint or PDF, and then off you go, you are done. Now this is something that you need to start doing from the beginning of the presentation, especially if your system is the one that has power issues. Please start saving so that at every point in time, even if the power goes off, your work is already saved to a large extent. You can really just make up for the few time. Now, why do you need to save? Is to avoid losses as well. At times you can lose a very beautiful presentation you have done. So you save to avoid losses. Importance of saving presentation. I've touched it a bit. Number one, data security. There are times you need to protect your work. You have to save them. The system could crash, save them. So you have to save those work. Number two is version control. You can now keep track of the different versions of your presentation. Like in my system, I have a lot of them already. This particular one I did, because of the name I did save it, I could track it easily. So it helps you to have control and then you cannot share and collaborate. You can easily share this presentation with anybody and then get feedback as well. Now, it helps me to maintain consistency. My work will remain consistent and assessed wherever I need them. Also, there's an issue of legal compliance. In some cases, you have to comply with legal stuff, and it's very important. Backup. There are times you might lose your original file. Please make sure you always have a backup. You have your book, cloud, and other things. You can store things in. And above all, it's in terms of professionalism, it reflects your professionalism and preparedness at every point in time. That is when you have saved up your presentation. You have done that. Now let's look at closing a PowerPoint presentation and exiting the program. We're saying how to save. Number one, you have to click on your file menu of the PowerPoint. Select close or close current presentation. But before you close, save. It's going to tell you to save. It's going to prompt you if you have not saved. Now, if you have saved, that prompt will not come. That's for sure. Then after that, you cannot exit. Now, when you have closed the program, all you need to do is click on File Menu again, select Exit, and then you close everything. It's done. If you don't want to go through that process of going to File Menu, we have shortcut keys. Just press Alt F4 on your system, Alt F4 on your system, and then it's going to pop up either to save, don't save, cancel. If you have not saved before, if you have saved, you just close it automatically. That's a very quick way to close the presentation. Now let's look at slides. The most important and appealing thing in your PowerPoint is your slide formatting. Number one, you select the text. Click on the text box. Highlight the text you want to format. Now you can now begin to look at the various options. Number one, you can format the font. Yes, you choose the font you want from the drop-down menu that will be displayed. Number two, the size. You can select from the drop-down menu as well. Number three is the style. Now the style can be very, very aesthetic. You do stylistically your work. The style. Then the color. You see my text, I have basically like three colors. I have the red, the blue, the black. The background is white already. So you choose the color you want for your presentation. So these are things you need to do with your slide. The next thing is the alignment and spacing. Align the text from left to right, or you justify using the alignment options. Line spacing, it depends. You choose the one that is suitable for you. Then you also have what called bullets and numbering. At times you need to number some things. You can use bullet and numbering. The options are there. Just pick it up, and then it makes the work more interesting, for sure. At other times you need a text box. Let's say you already have the material or include it at that place. You can use your text box. You customize text boxes, resize them, move them, arrange them, and put them on. Then you can choose different slide layouts. Yes, different slide layouts to organize the content effectively. Very important, so you can do that as well. The background of your text can also change. You can choose the background, modify the background, and you can use the slide master to apply consistent formatting across all slides. Yes, I go to test the slide master, all of them is going to apply the changes to all the text. Now by following these steps, you can actually format your text properly in PowerPoint and create some visually appealing and professional looking presentations. You can actually do that. And so imagine if you are asked a question like this as a student, which menu option should you choose to quickly apply text attributes like font size and color in the PowerPoint? Of course, your option is going to be the text editing buttons. The text editing buttons. So do that. Very important. Do that. The text editing buttons will help you for this slide. Now we have done preparing your text, applying everything you want to apply. You want to navigate through, you want to preview your presentation, what it's going to look like. Now you can navigate through using the main frame as well. You can click on slides, the contents, that's okay. You can use outline tab for slide overview, that's good. Other times you want to go with shortcut, just your F5, you start the slideshow. And mass slides, by clicking the mass, you just click the mass you're going to show, and then you preview your presentation flow. So you can always save your changes in every existing PowerPoint you have created. You can always keep saving after every editing work. Finally, as we bring this interaction to a close, I want to emphasize that mastering navigation and engaging PowerPoint presentation is very important. Yes, as a professional. As a student, you're a professional, you're a student. As a lecturer, anybody you're working is good. Now, when you edit your content, ensure that they are coherent. That's what editing is going to do. Use features like left frame. Try to use them effectively in your application, and then review the flow every time before you leave. Then you can start your slideshow once again with that F5 button. Take note of that; it's important. Use your mouse to click and then advance, and then always save it. Always save. We have run through your PowerPoint presentation and looking at basic grammar. Thank you once again for staying through. This has been a pleasure having you here, watching through. That means you're one of our 1% of people that start something and finish it. This is Flow Hub. Hit that subscribe. We love you. See you in the next video. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.